Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred star children of the sun of our galactic lineage of light. As we complete our last week of the year of the wood snake, all our starseed earth angelics of the 144 continue to release, cleanse, and clear all that remains of the false 3D matrix, and let go of all that no longer serves the self and the collective of humanity. We prepare for this most powerful Chinese Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse, beginning next week on Tuesday, February 17th, as we have an intense new moon and total ring of fire solar eclipse in Aquarius on the same day. This symbolizes the end of the false, nefarious programs of control and the beginning of the new golden age of abundance, prosperity, joy, bliss, freedom, and liberation for all sentient beings of the way. 3 days later, on the 20th of February, we also have a major conjunction with Saturn and Neptune at 0 degrees Aries, the first sign of the zodiac and a fire sign of the I Am presence. This will be another major catalyst for massive change and our great shift of the ages, as we make our quantum leap of consciousness as supernova souls of Homo Luminous, rainbow diamond light bodies of heaven on earth. We stand at the precipice of eternity and take our leap of faith into the unknown and transform this realm into the paradise Gaia has always evolved to be, with victory to the light. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a powerful divine decree 5D frequency impact Earth Alliance transmission. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Sister of the Light Valerie A. Elster. Many releasing the inverted templates that have been programmed deep in the cellular structure matrix of our DNA. Eons of galactic wars have ended in essence. However, the traumas, control programs have taken much longer to dismantle and be fully released throughout the somatic templates of the current 3D avatar body. On this galactic gateway, release any aspects of domination programming from your field. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light Sophie Gregoire, we are now headed towards the eclipse gateway. We are in between worlds. This moment is like a bridge between old stories, timelines, choices, and new ones. What may happen is still blurred. It always is right before an eclipse gateway. The next few days and weeks will feel like an initiation journey to many. In fact, more will be released. More will rise. The new will lead our feet more. This with or without your participation. That is what eclipses do. We are now standing in front of a threshold, a portal, knowing we're about to receive very clear physical evidence showing us how deeply we have changed, not knowing exactly what this evidence will be. Clarity is about to rise from within and to shake the field. What is changing or being formed will feel obvious. Identities and connections may rise or dissolve. New timelines want to happen, not only in thoughts and energy, but also tangibly, and this will be one more push toward embodiment of who we know we are. This week is like a bridge. One may feel relational dynamics are changing or about to, and there will be no way back, all for the highest good. Get ready for an initiatic, accelerated time of transformation. You are ready. You were meant for this. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light Shay, from Numbers by Shay Numerology, 2926. February's ultimate impacts and outcomes depend on communication, and there has been much of interest already. Clearly expressing ourselves is important, but equally so are listening, truly hearing, and sincerely comprehending. Everyone wants to feel acknowledged and understood. But today is a sensory and communication free-for-all, with every channel open. So words can be spoken that can never be taken back, and wounds inflicted that will never heal. Your right action, don't say it or do it if you don't mean it. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. Don't ask if you're not willing to hear the answer. From Ascension Lightworkers to the Ascension Lightworker Collective. The Great Shift, mass exposure, first contact, and the end of dysfunctional global power. Humanity is fast approaching a profound threshold, one that has been predicted across ancient traditions, star knowledge, spiritual lineages, and inner knowing. This moment is often called the Great Shift, a collective awakening marked by mass exposure of hidden systems and higher possibility of first contact with non-human intelligence, higher dimensional consciousness. While the exact form this contact will take still remains unknown, its impact is inevitable. It will not arrive just as an event, but as a reorientation of reality itself. Humanity will no longer be able to sustain illusions built on separation, deception, and domination. Mass exposure, the collapse of false structures. Mass exposure is the total unraveling of long-standing systems that thrive on secrecy, corrupt governance, distorted narratives, economic exploitation, and leadership based in control rather than human service. These structures are incompatible with Earth's higher frequency consciousness and cannot survive sustained truth. As awareness accelerates, information will surface faster than it can be suppressed. Public trust in hierarchical power will continue to erode. People will begin to recognize manipulation, fear-based messaging, and manufactured division. This is not chaos with purpose, it is clearing. Dysfunctional global leadership ends not through violent overthrow, but through irrelevance. When people no longer consent to being ruled through fear, corrupt systems simply fail to function. First contact, a mirror, not a rescue. First contact, whether extraterrestrial, interdimensional, or consciousness-based, will not arrive as salvation, it will arrive as a mirror. Humanity will be faced with undeniable proof that we are not alone. Intelligence exists beyond our current scientific frameworks. Consciousness is fundamental, not secondary. This realization alone dismantles the myth that power must be centralized, weaponized, or hoarded. Contact reframes humanity's place in the cosmos from isolated and superior to interconnected and responsible. The greatest shock will not be technological, it will be ethical. The end of dysfunctional leadership. Leadership built on secrecy cannot survive transparency. Leadership built on domination cannot survive unity. Leadership built on fear cannot survive awakened consciousness. As humanity shifts, authority moves from institutions to individuals. Leadership becomes localized, relational, and integrity-based. Wisdom, emotional intelligence, and coherence replace false charm and control. Those unable to adapt will struggle the most, not as punishment, but as a natural consequence of energetic misalignment. How this benefits long-term ascending souls. For those who have been consciously ascending, often quietly, often painfully, this planetary phase brings both immense relief and increased responsibility. Many will notice long-held truths becoming widely accepted, validation of experiences once dismissed or ridiculed, a sense of finally being liberated. The years of inner work, shadow integration, nervous system regulation, and heart-based living were not preparation for escape, but for true self-emergence. The ascending act as stabilizers during collective shock, translators between fear and understanding, anchors of calm, discernment, and human compassion. Their role is not to convince or convert, but to embody. Presence itself becomes leadership. A new humanity emerges. This shift does not create a perfect world overnight. It creates an honest one. Humanity will still face challenges, but no longer under the illusion that someone else is in charge or that salvation comes from above. The realization will be simple and radical. We are participants, not subjects, creators, not consumers, a species growing into itself. The great shift is not the end of the world, it is the end of a world built on forgetting who we truly are, and the beginning of one based in remembrance, and loving and devoted ascension service from Ascension Lightworkers. And today from Divine Brother of the Light Diego E. Berman, Ph.D., the week before the eclipse, where new timelines begin forming and quietly choose their people, February 9th, 2026. Dear friends, we enter this new week standing at the shoreline of a larger turning point. The eclipse corridor has not officially opened yet, but its gravity is already being felt. This is the threshold week, the quiet but decisive phase when subtle inner movements begin shaping our outer timelines. Before eclipses rearrange visible structures, they first reorganize the invisible architecture of intention, emotion, and readiness. What unfolds now does not announce itself loudly, yet it determines which pathways will fully open once the February 17th solar eclipse arrives. Tomorrow's shift of Venus into Pisces softens the atmosphere while simultaneously deepening it. Venus in Pisces dissolves rigid edges and invites a more fluid, intuitive relationship with desire, worth, and connection. Many will feel a heightened sensitivity to beauty, meaning, and subtle emotional truth. Old definitions of value begin to loosen, making room for more soul-aligned expressions of love, creativity, and self-recognition. This transit asks for attunement rather than action, to sense where life is quietly guiding rather than forcing outcomes prematurely. Midweek, the 11-2 portal on Wednesday acts as a harmonic gateway for alignment. 11 carries the frequency of awakening and higher vision, while 2 speaks of integration, partnership, and grounded embodiment. Together, this 11-2 passage emphasizes coherence between inner knowing and outer reality. It is less about dramatic breakthroughs and more about subtle calibration. Decisions made or intentions clarified around this portal ripple forward, forming energetic agreements with timelines that will become more tangible in March. This is a moment for conscious choosing, even if those choices remain internal. The days leading up to February 17th solar eclipse function as an incubation chamber. Solar eclipses reset direction and illuminate news cycles, but the week before them shapes the conditions into which that light will enter. Emotions, conversations, and realizations surfacing now are not random. They are previews of what seeks to stabilize or transform. Patterns that feel complete may begin gently releasing, while new visions start assembling themselves in quiet, almost imperceptible ways. This is where timelines begin to form long before they fully manifest. There is also a sense of preparation for March, when many of these emerging pathways will accelerate. What feels subtle now will gain momentum quickly once the eclipse corridor activates. This week offers the rare opportunity to align without pressure, to listen without urgency, and to refine intentions without the intensity that eclipses often bring. Those who take time to stabilize internally now may find themselves moving through March with greater clarity and less resistance, as if already oriented toward the next landscape before arriving there. For those who can feel that a new timeline is quietly assembling and know they are meant to meet it consciously, this is the moment to work at the level of origin rather than circumstance. Approach this week as a sacred prelude rather than a waiting period. Let Venus and Pisces soften expectations and open perception. Use the 11-2 portal to clarify what truly resonates with the life you are building. Pay attention to the quiet signals, the intuitive nudges, and the subtle reorganizations occurring beneath the surface. The eclipse corridor will soon illuminate the path ahead, but this is the week when the path itself begins forming, quietly, deliberately, and in alignment with the deeper timelines now preparing to unfold. Have a great week. Much love. We are one. From DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Judith Kusel. All which was hidden and kept secret in the past will surface in the next few months, and in this year in particular. It needs to surface so that all can finally be dissolved and left behind forever. It is teaching us collectively great lessons, and the most important one is not give our powers away to any outside authorities, but to learn to stand fully in our mastery, and through the heart of love, and with pure intent. The New Earth communities will not have any religious or political or such like structures, and will be more community-oriented, as much simple lifestyles are adopted. The leaders will be those whose truth, integrity, and ability to walk their truth, live their truth, and speak their truth, all own them and respect and love of the communities they serve. They will serve the greater whole, and humbly so. It will be the return of the wise elders, who have the wellness of the communities at heart, and wisely advise and guide the whole, always in greater loving service, promoting unity and oneness, and not for self-service or self-enrichment, nor for power games, who truly care about the well-being of every single soul within these communities, and serve with great love and wisdom, but more than this, truth and integrity. All what is now surfacing is teaching us to follow our own inner guidance and knowing more than that of any outside authorities. Such huge changes, yes, yet immensely freeing at the very same time. Finally, we are reclaiming our freedom and sovereignty. More than this, our own soul is one with the divinity within. The new age of love. What a great blessing this is. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Rod James, from Sparks of Divine Light Healing. Today's moon in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus, creating a high-voltage, energetic atmosphere that supports deep transformation across the collective field. Oppositions act as catalysts, and this one carries the force to break attachments to outdated versions of the self, while accelerating personal evolution. Scorpio governs transformation, the sacred cycle of death and rebirth. It pulls anything that needs to go to the surface so it can be released. Uranus is the great awakener. Wherever this planet moves, it disrupts stagnation and pushes consciousness forward. In Taurus, Uranus is restructuring what once felt permanent, helping you to detach from your comfort zones that quietly prevented growth. Together, these forces generate phoenix energy. It brings real transformation, the kind that closes one chapter of identity so a more aligned version can arise. You may feel an internal push toward change without fully understanding why. This is the energies moving through the planetary field. You may notice a readiness to release old versions of yourself, sudden awareness that certain paths have reached completion, less tolerance for remaining where you have already outgrown, a powerful urge to move forward, and an inner knowing that evolution is no longer optional. This is a forward-moving energy. The purpose of Scorpio energy is renewal. Before the phoenix rises, it releases the form it once lived inside. This transit supports shedding former identities, releasing energetic attachments to the past, breaking limiting comfort zones and stepping into a higher expression of self. Growth rarely occurs while clinging to who you used to be. Today's energies help loosen that grip. Uranus creates change where evolution is ready to occur. Many are crossing an invisible threshold now. What you release during a transit like this creates space for what is next to enter. This is how timelines shift. Through willingness to outgrow, let the release happen. Trust what is completing. Make space for who you are becoming. The phoenix never questions the fire. It understands that rising requires it. From sparksofdivinelighealing.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Monday, February 9th, we have the moon, ruler of our emotional landscape, in the depths of powerful Scorpio for the last time before the fire horse energy gallops in and replaces the transformative energy of the snake. The moon is busy today as she challenges the sun, ruler of our ego and self-identity, and Venus, ruler of relationships and resources, making a difficult connection to Chiron, ruler of soul wounds and traumas, and Uranus, ruler of liberation and change, and dances with Saturn, ruler of karmic lessons and personal responsibility. This creates a high-tension, transformative atmosphere, bringing intense emotions, restlessness, and sudden shifts in circumstances. The moon in Scorpio confronts hidden feelings or power struggles, and brings a restless and unsettling feeling, potentially causing reactionary behavior in situations. With the other planetary players, our emotional needs may feel at odds with our conscious goals, partnerships, and values, highlighting what isn't working. We could experience sudden, radical shifts in life, particularly in relationships or finances. We are forced to reevaluate our sense of self-worth and bring healing where necessary. And we are being called to focus on building new, sustainable, and realistic structures in our lives. The fire horse, supporting fast movement and change, is almost here. Today we are meant to focus on our conscious evolution and inner soul growth. We are urged to release what no longer fits in order to forge a more authentic life. Blessings of love and light to all, from ColleenLemma.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Mercury in Pisces, semi-sextile Pluto in Aquarius, and conjunct Pallas. What are you thinking? Pallas looks deeply into our soul, curious, interested. In her mighty presence we can rest the mind, turn over our troubles to her for examination. She picks them out one by one, some sprawling like jellyfish, others glittering like sea urchins caught by moonshine. Oh, this is interesting. She holds it up to Pluto. Look, we follow his line of sight to find a mandala of moments, patterns of experience, life's artistry woven into the silent places. You think it doesn't make any sense, says Pallas, but it does. It's all connected. Your dreams are my gift to you. Pallas gently reweaves our thoughts, tucks them back inside. Pluto smiles, drops a crystal into our hands, silky smooth, reflective, dark as night. There, he says, for your protection. He winks and vanishes with a puff of air. If you are struggling, change your thoughts, challenge assumptions, question the story. You have the power to change your mind and to change the world. What we say and think matters, whether heard or unheard. Use your voice as a tool for constructive change. Protect your peace. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 62, White Planetary Wind. Today invites us into the white planetary wind, grounding communication, spirit, and the power of words into living reality. Tone 10, known as planetary, carries the qualities of perfect, produce, and manifest. This tone marks a point where intention seeks form and ideas want to become tangible. Planetary days ask, what can now be brought into the world through action, expression, or completion. Within the red Skywalker wave spell, a 13-day journey of wakefulness and bold exploration. This is a moment to ground what has been discovered so far. Insight wants embodiment. Experiences, realizations, and risks taken earlier in the wave spell now look for practical expression. What you choose to speak, decide, or finalize today carries weight. The day's glyph is white wind, aligned with communication, breath, and spirit. Wind days revolve around language in all its forms, spoken words, written messages, subtle signals, and spiritual guidance. Conversations matter today, especially those that carry honesty or vulnerability. Within the Skywalker wave spell, wind gives voice to the adventure, encouraging you to articulate what you are learning as you move beyond familiar territory. Messages may arrive through synchronicity, dreams, or casual exchanges. Stay attentive. What is shared or received today can clarify direction and deepen awakening. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina, Papa Giorgio, White Planetary Wind, 10 Eek, Keen 62, 9th of February 2026, Communicating from the Heart. Keen 62 equal 8, Infinity Abundance, Source Flow. The winds of spirit are liberating our planet today through the power of love. Day 10 in the red Skywalker wave spell of awakening, exploration, and expansion. Today we manifest awakening to more love and bliss. We channel the breath of spirit from our heart into the heart of Gaia, then up into our sun, then into the great central sun, Galactic sun, and then back into Source, brilliantly aligning through this holy portal day. Layer upon layer of connection to spirit through our heart portal. We are raising our collective frequency and anchoring the golden solar Christos Sophia frequency that was birthed yesterday on the planet. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the red Skywalker wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible, and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the great dreams that we desire. What great romantic dreams are you harboring? Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong connections with Spirit and Mother Gaia today, as well as our beloveds. We have the power to manifest and produce incredible prosperity, happiness, and joy, both in our hearts and the planetary heart of Nova Gaia, as we are all one heart. An absolutely beautiful divine gift from Spirit today. These waves of divine love enfold our planetary body, teaching us to cherish the expression of love on our planet and our connection to all that is, through our beautiful, pure hearts. At our core, all souls are pure love, multifaceted diamond gems. Use this loving power wisely for the highest good of our planet and our Earth family. Today's question is, how can I expand my heart through listening to Spirit, in order to manifest planetary transformation through the power of love? Divine blessings for following your heart's whisperings on the path to manifesting personal and planetary liberation and abundance. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 62, White Planetary Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to communicate. Producing breath. I seal the input of spirit with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of heart. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world for free, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Dawn Boise, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We truly appreciate you and your support. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Mariana Boriana, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We truly appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. And now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful Divine Decree 5D Frequency Impact Earth Alliance transmission. I stand present and sovereign within the living light of Source. I align now with the rising frequency of Earth and the divine intelligence guiding this planetary shift. By divine authority and cosmic law, I receive the incoming 5D frequencies with grace, clarity, and coherence. My body, mind, and soul harmonize effortlessly, with the higher resonance now anchoring on Earth. I welcome the solar and cosmic codes activating my DNA, recalibrating my nervous system, and restoring my original divine blueprint. I release all distortion, density, and outdated timelines that no longer resonate with my highest good. I step fully beyond fear, illusion, and limitation. I choose the new Earth frequency. I embody peace, expanded awareness, and sovereign truth. My heart remains open, my mind clear, and my spirit grounded in love. I stand as a living conduit of higher consciousness, anchoring stability, coherence, and light wherever I walk. What rises within me rises for the collective. I trust the intelligence of this ascension cycle. I trust the wisdom of Earth, the guidance of the stars, and the awakening unfolding through me now. I am safe. I am supported. I am aligned. I walk forward in unity with Gaia, humanity, and the greater cosmic family. The frequency is set. The timeline is chosen. The upgrade is complete. And so it is. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed day as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.